Primates are divided into several different categories: prosimians, Old World monkeys, New World monkeys, lesser apes, and great apes. As well as some distinct differences in their physical characteristics, Old and New World monkeys are distinguished by their place of origin, with Old World monkeys originating from Africa and Asia, and New World monkeys from the Americas. In the wild, the white-faced Saki monkey originates from South America and can be found in places such as Brazil, Guyana, and Venezuela. This makes them part of the category of New World monkey. They are adapted to living in a variety of different types of forest habitats and eat an omnivorous diet, meaning that they eat a combination of both animal and plant matter. Their diet consists of fruits, nuts and seeds, as well as fungi, leaves, flowers and insects. They have also been known to occasionally eat larger prey such as small birds and mammals such as bats. However, up to about 90% of their diet consists of vegetation. Interestingly, only the male white-faced Saki monkey has the distinctive black coat and white face you see here, whilst females are generally lighter in colour, ranging from brown to grey, with paler white streaks on either side of their nose. They are an arboreal and diurnal species, meaning that they spend most of their life in the trees and are most active during the day, where most of their time is spent foraging and travelling when they are not at rest. Like most primates, they are a social species and tend to live in small family groups ranging from 2 to 12 members. It was once thought that mating pairs were monogamous and that they pair bonded for life. However, this was based on studies done on captive groups of white-faced Saki monkey, and further research done on wild populations has shown that this isn't necessarily the case in the wild. Young adult siblings who remain with their parents will also help with the raising of new babies, learning valuable parenting skills and how to take care of their own young for the future. They are currently classed as least concern on the IUCN Red List of endangered species, meaning that they are not thought to be imminently at threat of extinction. Their numbers are currently reported as being widespread and populations do not appear to face fragmentation. However, threats to individuals do still exist as they are hunted as bushmeat for food and are also at risk from the illegal capture and trade in wild animals as pets. Habitat destruction and deforestation may also pose a very significant threat. However, there may be some benefit to them from sharing their habitat with other species which are classed as endangered, as conservation efforts to protect one species often have a further-reaching impact and can also help to protect other species which share the same environment. In the wild, white-faced Saki monkeys may live up to about 15 years on average, although in captivity this can be much longer, with reports of them living into their 30s. Just like the white-faced Saki monkey, these ring-tailed lemurs are also part of the primate family. They are prosimians, a group which also includes the ii and different types of loris, which we will also be taking a look at in this video. Prosimians are lower down the primate evolutionary tree, and along with their obvious physical differences from the monkeys and apes, there are other traits which separate them from other categories of primate. There are over 100 different types of lemur, of which these ringtails are just one. All lemur species are endemic to the island of Madagascar, and 98% of them are threatened with extinction, with about 31% classed as being critically endangered. Out of the 107 known lemur species, 103 are threatened with extinction, and ring-tailed lemur numbers have fallen by 95% in the wild since the turn of the millennium. Like the Saki monkey, they are arboreal, and so it should come as no surprise that one of the major threats to the lemur's survival is deforestation. Whilst it is illegal to kill lemurs, As with the case of the Saki monkey, they are also hunted for food and taken from the wild for the illegal pet trade. Females are dominant in lemur society, and even the lowest ranking female is more dominant than the highest ranking male. Unlike other primate species, such as chimpanzees and gorillas, where family groups are usually ruled over by a single dominant male. One of the most obvious physical differences between the lemurs and other primates is the length of their snout, and the fact that they have wet noses, more like cats and dogs than other primates such as monkeys and great apes, which have flatter faces. This gives lemurs an excellent sense of smell. Their diet varies significantly between species, with some being omnivorous and others herbivorous. However, these ring-tailed lemurs eat an omnivorous diet, which consists of fruit, leaves, flowers and insects. Like the Saki monkey, they have also been known to eat small vertebrates, such as small birds and lizards such as chameleons. They live in small to medium-sized family groups, known as troops, usually consisting of between 6 and 30 individuals. Lemurs are relatively slow breeders, which could be another contributing factor to their dwindling numbers. Mating occurs seasonally and only takes place for 1 to 2 days in an entire year. Females will also only usually give birth to one baby, although in rare cases twins and even triplets have been recorded. Every ring-tailed lemur baby is important and gives hope for the future of the species, as studies have shown that there are only about 2,000 to 2,400 left in the wild. Like the ring-tailed lemur, these alatron gentle lemur are also critically endangered, with only about 5,000 left in the wild. Recent studies have shown a loss of up to 30% of the population in a 5-year period, and like their ring-tailed relatives, one of the main causes of this is deforestation. These grey slender loris, as well as the pygmy slow loris, which I'm going to be mainly focusing on in this video, are also types of primate, and like the lemurs, they are prosimians. They are classed as near threatened on the IUCN Red List of endangered species, meaning that their numbers are decreasing and that they may be at threat of becoming endangered in the near future. They originate from India and also parts of Sri Lanka, and like all species of loris, they are nocturnal, meaning that they are most active at night, which is why, in order for us to be able to observe them, they must be kept in a darkened enclosure with infrared light, so that they are able to be seen but are not disturbed. These pygmy slow loris, on the other hand, are an endangered species and are actually thought to be the most endangered of all prosimians aside from the lemurs. They originate from Vietnam, eastern Cambodia, Laos and China. As well as deforestation, they are at risk from the illegal pet trade, a practice which often has a high mortality rate and sees animals being taken from the wild to be smuggled and shipped all over the world to be sold as exotic pets. Loris have been particularly affected by this trade because of their small size and cute appearance, which makes them highly desirable to pet owners, as well as an influx of videos over social media which have increased their public profile in a detrimental way and increased demand for the species. Loris, however, do not cope well as pets, and no matter how much their owners do their best to take care of them, they are often fed an inappropriate diet, leading to disease and a significantly reduced life expectancy. In the wild, they eat an omnivorous diet, including soft fruits, tree sap and gum, plants, especially young and tender shoots, and insects. Interestingly, slow loris are one of only a handful of known venomous mammals in the world and are the only venomous primate. Another reason why they don't make good pets, as this venom can cause anaphylactic shock in humans and on rare occasions has even been known to result in death. Slow loris are fiercely territorial, and in the wild they use this venom to settle disputes over territory, often resulting in wounds that become necrotic. a condition which is more often associated with the bite of certain venomous snakes. They produce potent oils in glands situated by their elbows, which when they lick combines with their saliva to create the venom. They then inflict a vicious venom-loaded bite with teeth sharp enough to pierce bone. They can live up to 17 years in the wild, but have been known to live slightly longer in captivity when kept in a suitable environment and fed an appropriate diet, over 20 years in zoos. Unlike other primates, pygmy slow loris appear to be largely solitary, with males and females only coming together to breed. Just as with the ring-tailed lemurs, they breed seasonally between July and October, and females have a very short window of 4 to 5 days to mate and become pregnant. They usually give birth to between 1 and 2 babies at a time, with twins being common, although in captivity triplets and even quadruplets have been recorded.